Okay, hello and welcome back to our Skyrim playthrough. As you know, last time I almost gave up on this game. I am still on defense. Nonetheless, I've decided to give it one last chance, and I'm going to switch gears completely. What does that mean? I will stop exploring. Period. I won't explore anything, and I will just do quests from now on. And wherever the quests send me, there I'll go. And of course I will explore the places I go. But other than that, I will not just go randomly around looking for caves or shrines or anything. Because I've done 60 hours of that, and I'm tired of it. It's ridiculous, as I said yesterday. 60 hours or more of gameplay. And I've only managed to do 6 quests. So let's see if the quests are exciting. I doubt it. I really do. Because I know Bethesda. Obsidian, on the other hand, they made KOTOR 2. That was a brilliant game. So on them I had faith. And I did play Fallout 3. And I hated it. But for some reason it's better than this game, I would say at least. It's better. Maybe it's the sci-fi, I don't know. Maybe it's because it wasn't as big. I have no idea. And this very soon I need a mod for that. Stupid owners. I could understand that someone may wake you up when you sleep in an old bed. Yes, that makes sense. But since when can't you sleep on an old bed? Since when? Unless you pay. This is not a brothel. Well, or a hotel. Huh? What do you know? This is when I can. Ooh. Nice ingredients.
I'm right behind you.
So yeah, that's my new strategy. If I want to do the main quest, of course. haven't read the main
Still here.
quest, is not the best one. But the faction quests are better. But if I continue to reward the desire to shoot myself in the head doesn't go away, I will stop playing this game. 60 hours is more than enough, I think. It's just not what I like in a game.
Hello, I'm Master Groshev's apprentice, Eleanor. While I've been trained in the library arts, my responsibilities are limited to my vocation. If something were to happen to the Master, I would take over as librarian, which, at this rate, will be anywhere between someday and never.
Okay. You don't think you'll ever be librarian?
Not until Master Groshev retires or passes on. I know he looks old. Well, because he is. Way too old for an orc. I'm convinced he's immortal. Sometimes I think Master measures time by the era, which means unless I start a competing library, I'm stuck being an apprentice forever.
That sounds like a great idea.
Really? I meant it as a joke, given how absurd it would be to have a library with no books or building. But it's cute that you thought I was serious.
What are those dialogue options? Okay. He's an orc. I can see myself saying this. Ora grows up may not age, but I bet he can be killed.
And who do you think the college will blame? The only girl in town who stands to gain anything from the death of an old and amiable librarian. No thanks. I'll just play the waiting game and hope Master Groshev chokes on a porker loaf.
Tell me about the library.
The Arcanium is a very prestigious library, with many of its books going back to the Second Era. The more delicate tomes are kept under lock and key, but you are welcome to browse the outer collections at your leisure. Master Groshev also has a list of books unfit for the collection. Frivolous works by academic standards, but still interesting reads. Talk to him if you want more information.
What are your responsibilities?
Recently, I've been tasked with updating the college dictionary, which is a thankless but important duty. Dictionaries are important tools for preserving language, and they provide bridges for future generations to communicate with our ancestors.
Isn't the dictionary more or less static?
Not necessarily. Master says spoken language is a living, breathing organism, always evolving and shedding old skin. In contrast, the written word is both living and dead. We must capture both what was gained while recording what was lost. Although, in the interest of efficiency, Master insists I only make updates when there are at least 10 neologisms worth adding. At this rate, I'll never get a chance to show what I can do. That's why I've taken it upon myself to speed up the process by coining some new terms.
Okay, give me an example of an expertly crafted word.
Sure. You know how people use animals as verbs or gerunds to describe human actions? Like ferreting out or squirreling about or wolfing down? Well, I thought, why not apply the same logic to trolls? I find trolls to be fierce creatures in a way that is almost honest in its brutality. In our parlance, trolling could mean stating one's opinions, but in a very honest and forthright way that reflects the passions of one's convictions.
Ooh. What do you know? Meta. Are you trolling me right now?
Well, sort of. I think.
I bet you overhear a lot of conversations. Any interesting rumors?
Just the one. Let's just say Neria and Ferelda are having Surges enchant more than just items.
It seems you guys match to teach us all.
I don't even want to imagine the kind of lessons you're referring to. So I won't.
How are you feeling?
Good. Oh, by the way, have you seen Master Tolfadir's Alimbic? He came by looking for it again today. I swear, there's one like him at every college.
Okay. See if someone else is around.
Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you, and I'll fry you from the inside out. Got it? Huh? Good. Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off-limits.
Like what?
Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds.
Can we do business?
I hope you've got some coin.
I do. The question is, what do you got?
Let's just take a look then.
Alright. Time to sell bullshit. Amazing. I gain a speech by selling. Cast on a nearby surface launches enemies in the direction they are moving. Ah, scrolls. No. I could sell poisons. Yeah, let's just sell all this. I know I won't use them, just know it. So, why even try? What? He only has 10? Okay. But no. Let's see what he has for sale. Creatures and pip. Too little late. Magicka regenerates twice as fast, huh? I don't have that much money, do I? Yeah, let's take a look at the spells.
Right then. There are some I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look then.
Fire explosion for 55 points of damage in a 15-foot radius caused by a flaming skull. Okay. Does your first damage per second increasing +2 per second, that's 10 seconds. It's ridiculous. That's 100 in front of the caster. What does it mean in front of the caster? Floating globe of fire that hovers and can be thrown and explodes on contact. Okay. That sounds good. Chain lightning. Creates a crystal of ice. Cast again to detonate for up to 217 frost damage. Freezing whirlwind that does 40 points of frost damage per second. For 60 seconds nearby opponents take 8 shock damage. No fight lasts that long. This one is good. This one is also very good. Okay. Problem is I don't have any. Yeah, you have so few slots. Okay. I like the shock orb. It sounds like a very good opening attack. 110 against a full health target. It sounds like a good opening attack. So let's buy this one. I would like to understand what this one does. Alright. That glacial spike. It's very good for the rest of the fight. I mean, can always walk around behind enemies and impale them. And this one I kind of like. Yeah, 5 per destruction skill, I can do like 200 damage. Or something close to it. And what if I could infect them with that and then attack them for a sneak attack damage? That could work. Now he can buy more shit. I know I won't use them, I just know it. And I need the gold. And I need the inventory space most of all. There are resistance and I might use. You know what? I won't use them. I know it as well. Let's sell the resistances. I haven't used them in 60 hours. I won't use them. I just know it. But this guy drives a hard bargain, doesn't he? Okay, let's see what I can get from good old Fable
I've got your back.
for selling. All right. That should be more than enough.
You lead, I'll follow.
If you ever need something, I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look then. All right, then.
I've got your back.
Okay.
What do you want me to carry?
All right.
Lead on.
I will continue to upgrade magic until I feel I don't need to anymore. Can place runes 5 times further away. Most destruction spells will stagger an opponent when dual cast. That sounds useful. Why didn't I consider this before? I have a 50 damage. A 50 damage sword. That means 300 damage if I manage to sneak on someone. I think dagger is the way to go in the end. With daggers, yeah. 15 times. In the end, dagger is the way to go. It's not such a bad idea, but it's between impact and backstabbing. What will be better? I don't know. Let's go with backstabbing. Why not? After this, I won't be able to. I could do this, but I could get here actually. Didn't think of that. I can actually make it here in 2 level ups. That could be useful. Yeah, let's do that. And I can get rid of that fucking hammer finally. Let's get rid of it.
Even with the colleges laid back, I hope you've got some... let's just take a look then.
Yeah, let's get rid of this. That's 120. The other, that's... No, 160. The other one does 600 damage now, in sneak attacks at least. That's all that really matters.
All right then.
Still here.
And eventually I could have 15 times with this. That sounds good enough. Yeah, 6 times 50. That sounds appealing. Alright.
Lead on.
Now the spells. Glacial Spike, Scorpion, and Shock Orb. Let's take a look at those.
I've spent a long time building contacts with goods from all over Tamriel.
Okay, if I attack from behind, they say it does more damage. This is a good one. Although it definitely consumes a lot of magic, but yeah, it is good. Let's change it. Nice.
Oh, there was a great rumble outside this morning. Did you feel it? Surely it must have been a giant riding a carriage, or a flying ship.
Or a giant riding a flying mammoth powered by cheese.
Of course, that had to be it. It couldn't possibly be anything else. Although, I don't know if it will be powered by cheese. That part makes no sense. Carried by moth spiders, more likely. They shoot the mammoths with their webbing and then float off together into the sky. It takes 1,000, no, 1,000,000 moths to lift it.
Sounds like you've been drinking that sleeping tree sap the lunatics rave about.
Oh, I would never try anything like that. Won't even drink a bottle of ale. I need my mind absolutely clear so I know what I see is real.
What sort of magic did you study?
The field of unknown and undiscovered magic. It seems odd that there are only 5 schools. There should be at least 500. How else can you explain all the magical phenomena in this world? Doomstones, alchemy, and dragon shells, for instance. Those can't be categorized by any of the 5 schools, and I still don't understand why the Council chose to conflate conjuration and mysticism. Master Colette said even restoration might be stripped of its status. Can you believe such a travesty? If anything, we need an additional school to account for the differences in classical restoration and Adric shrine magic.
Well, the results are similar. Things like shouts aren't technically magic.
But Magnus's imprint is everywhere. Some say it was he, not Lorcan, who made the world. His departure made the sun, and when plants use it to grow, they use magic. All the energy on Mundus is related to Magnus in some form. Sometimes, if you look at the sun, I bet you could see Magnus himself poking his head back in to see how we're doing. Not that I'd ever try it. Looking at the sun, you'll go blind. Of course, I've been talking with Master Colette about a ward spell to do just that. I don't know if it's possible. You would need a powerful ward spell to fend off the glare of a god. Maybe if you used his staff.
Have you actually witnessed any of such strange phenomena?
Oh, all the time. Especially at the college where magical energy is strong. Floating objects like books, soul gems, and silverware for one. You really have to watch where you're going or you might run your eye into a fork. Then there's the multiplying fruit. Master Dravis thinks the several hundred apples he found in his pillow was a prank. I think it was a rare form of spontaneous cloning. Clearly some type of plant-based magic, like an evolved form of alchemy. I bet in places like Valenward there are all sorts of carnivorous plants that use magic to capture their prey. Like a plant with invisible fangs on its fronds, trapping birds and insects who stop to rest their weary wings. Or how about a talking plant who uses magic to mimic speech? A stamen is almost like a tongue. Then you get real close and the fangs chomp you. That is, if the mud monsters don't get you first. Plants must have some version of the undead, raised from the ground by magical spores and such.
I don't know. Plants using magic doesn't sound as far-fetched, really. If a fucking skeleton does, why not a plant? Can plants really use magic?
Of course. I bet in places like Valenward there are all like a plant, or how about... That is, if the mud monsters don't get you first. Plants must have some version of the undead, raised from the ground by magical spores and such.
Do you have any other interest besides magic?
Oh, plenty. Although they all sort of relate to magic in one way or another. For instance, I was trying to build a more secure coin purse by trapping your gold inside a soul gem. It was a bit tricky getting the conjuration trap to recognize inanimate objects as souls, but a dash of blood and harmonizing the resonance did it. The problem was getting the gold out. I tried enchanting a couple of wooden coins using the gem, but they lost the Imperial markings.
Soul traps trigger when the shell is killed. How do you kill a coin?
You don't kill the coin, but the purse, and that's already dead. The coins inside are what mimic the properties of a soul. As long as the harmonic resonance is stable while they take flight, the trap will secure the coins into a soul gem. The trapping part's all rather elementary once you get the hang of it.
Kill a coin purse? Are you sure this series won't get you hanged?
Oh, yes. Which gives me another idea. Hanging bear traps would work much better than bone chimes. You'd need an invisibility spell to cloak them. The problem is the weight. Spells are transient, and the steedstone won't work on a thread. Frostbite spider webbing, maybe. Probably too difficult to harvest. What if we abandoned using gossamer altogether, but instead gave the traps wings? Is Arniel still around? He's the expert on dwarven magic.
What? Whatever.
Farewell.
She reminds me of something. Why am I invisible? I still don't understand. Ah, but I bought a few things I need to equip, don't I? Like that. $3,000. Now I am completely invisible, look at this. But why? That's a good question. Yeah, soul gems are really valuable, I say.
I've got your back.
You're a fucking idiot, Fainto.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you. The exact nature of my research is a secret, I'm afraid, but it really is quite valuable.
Is there any college business I can assist with?
You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. Until next time.
Okay. This is the last place I will explore like this without a quest, because I don't have any reason to be here other than I know mages live